Everyone, my name is Emotimi, Nicky-Cleopas. I am from Nigeria. I've been in Unity for the past roughly 24 years. My search for the truth took me round and round, and finally I found Unity. And I see Unity as my last bus stop. I want to just talk about how the first principle of Unity, God is absolute good and everywhere present. How it has helped me to shape my life, to be who I am today. My society, my Nigerian society, or more or less the African culture, is always blaming the next person for his or her failures, We blame our neighbors, we blame friends, we blame family members when we fail. We blame them when we fall sick. We blame them even when somebody dies, we blame the next person responsible for the death of that person. So it is a vicious circle of blame game. I call this culture personally a blame culture. Nobody wants to take responsibilities. So that is where I find myself. And this blame culture made me to look for something better, to take responsibility for my life, to be a better person. And that was how I moved around churches, from one church to the other. Eventually, I came to Unity, and in Unity, I realized that I am what I think I am. If I really want to change the circumstances of my life, I must change the way I think and the way I see things. So for the first time, I had a different message, a message of hope, a message of taking responsibilities for who I am. So I see Unity as my last bus stop. And the story I want to share with you is about the birds that are now called my neighbors. These birds have hovered around my house for the past 2 years, and they've built their nest. These nests have been destroyed up to 2-3 times by my children, by my daughter in particular, and my niece. But they will always come back to build. It is unheard of to allow birds to build a nest at the lintel of your house, because birds, cats, cockroaches, name them, are seen as agents of the devil. They are channels of wickedness. They bring bad luck. They destroy. That is what we see them. We never see good in birds and cats, cockroaches and stuff like that. But because of what I know as a Unity student, and because I've applied the principle, the first principle of God is absolute good and God is everywhere present, I see good in these birds. I see the love of Christ in them, just like I see and behold the Christ in me, I behold the Christ in them. So I'm no longer afraid of the birds. So instead of destroying the nest or destroying them and driving them away from my house, I've accommodated them. I talk to them every morning. I greet them when I wake up. I ask them after their young ones. Despite the fact that the one at the lintel drops is what we call bird poop, bird poo-poo or droppings on our bodies, we still accommodate them. I told my family not to destroy them, not to kill them, because they are just looking after their own young ones. The way you protect a pregnant woman, we should be able to protect these birds, because they are raising their own babies. So with this explanation, I think my family, especially my children, they've come to see that the birds means no harm to us. This, as I said earlier on, would have been something else. It's unheard of to tolerate birds as agents of the devil or agents of evil as we used to see them before. But now, because of my changed consciousness, I can see Christ in them. I can see love in them. I can see peace. I can see their joy in their songs, in their singing. So I appreciate the presence of these birds in my life, and I think they make me to be a better person as well. Their consistency in rebuilding after destruction, they build again, after destruction they build again, is even teaching me a lesson of no matter what happens, no matter my challenges, I should be able to be bold enough to stand up. No matter how many times I fall, I should be able to stand up and move on. So that is the story of the birds, and that is my story, how these birds have transformed my life. And I have used the first principle of God is absolute good, everywhere present, to relate to this story and to empower me and empower my family. Blessings all.